Hey everybody, it's Lo and welcome back to my channel, Lo Without Limits. In this video, I'm going to show you what I eat in a day while working from home. So if you want to see that, then just keep watching. About a month ago, I started a new job where I'm producing a live stream shopping event. Now I'm working from home Monday through Friday, and that also means that I'm back to eating all of my meals at home. So twice a week I am still going to the gym super early in the morning. That way I can be back before any emails really start coming in, especially since there are some people on the East Coast. Today is not a gym day. I did go yesterday, so I probably will do a little bit of yoga later today, but I just figured I'll share with you what I eat in a day while working from home, and also while reducing my sugar intake and just being a lot more mindful of what I am eating. About a week after my birthday in March, I did just see my primary care physician for my annual physical checkup, and the last time I had seen her was February 2021 as like a early annual checkup, and she wants me to get my blood work done in June. And what I didn't realize from my blood work that I did the year before, February 21, was that my cholesterol was a little bit high, which I found super odd because like I'm healthy, I work out a lot, I eat really well. I didn't get it tested in 2020 because my birthday was around the start of all of this, so I just didn't have my annual physical. But then 2021 it did jump up, and she said it probably is because I wasn't working out as much, or I was just working out from home, so like my activity just kind of went down a lot. I wasn't getting out as much, and as things started to open, I probably was eating out more and just like treating myself because restaurants are finally open. So she said totally normal, it's nothing crazy, but what I do want you to do is, instead of going and getting your labs done as you leave here, definitely come back in 3 months. So I'm actually gonna go back in like mid to late June to get my blood work done and check my cholesterol, just to kind of see where it's at, because apparently when you do get your cholesterol checked, it kind of reflects what you've been doing, what you've been eating, your activity levels over the last 3 months. So she's like, I don't want to throw you down there and go get it tested, especially because 3 months ago was the holidays, you just had your birthday, I just finished a Milk Bar cake, so my cholesterol probably wasn't going to be the best had I done it a week after my birthday. She said just, you know, focus on eating healthy, cutting out, like reducing sugar, moving more, which I definitely am. So I think like this year, just in comparison to last year, I'm definitely eating better, especially because Austin and I have lived together for the past year. So we've been able to cook more at our apartment versus every time I would see him previously, we'd be going to each other's apartments and we would be dining out or ordering something in because we would rarely get to see each other. So I do think that just this year in general, I've been better. Also, for about a week after my birthday, I did like no sugar for a week, like no added sugar. I would still have like fruit as my snack. Yeah, we had a whole Milk Bar cake that mostly I ate, and it was pretty dense. It took us a whole week to finish it. So after that, I was like, I can't do sugar. I cut it out then, and I have had like a little bit since, but definitely not as much as I am having it again, but just being more mindful of it. Salt and Straw has monthly flavors. Austin and I went and tried all the May flavors, which were good. But anyway, with all of that in mind, just eating healthy, working from home now, and just also trying to get more protein in, because I feel like I haven't been super great about hitting my protein targets. And I think that is also just from like, don't feel hungry all the time. So it's like hard for me to get a ton of food in, especially protein. So after I work out, I do have like my protein powder, which I believe is 30 grams of protein. So I do get that on like workout days, but on non-workout days, that is something I'm trying to be more mindful of. Anyway, it is 8:30. I do have a call at 10 a.m. So before that, I do just want to make my cappuccino, read a little bit, and then get ready because I'm not gonna do it in my PJs. For my birthday, I did get a bottomless portafilter, and then I wanted this like distributor tamper. Austin and I decided to get more stuff afterwards, so he also got the dosing cup, just so it's easier to distribute. And then we didn't want to buy one of these tools that helps like break up clumps in the coffee because they're kind of expensive, and we're like, we don't know if we would even like it. So one day when I was at work, Austin said he went to a bunch of different hardware stores and like couldn't find like the tiny needles everywhere, and he's like, and then I finally went to Michael's and they had it. So we got these tiny needles. They're so small, the camera's like not even picking them up. We keep all of our like wine corks in this wine bottle thing, and he tipped it over, and the first one that popped out was from the brand Crema, which is funny because all these other coffee products that we got is all from Crema coffee products. So that was funny that this is the cork that fell out. But just having the dosing cup alone is huge. Barely enough beans. Now for my beautiful latte art. Oh, it's a cappuccino, which is probably why it's hard to do. Stunning. Gonna read really quickly. I'm reading Infinite Jest, about 60% of the way through. I'm also reading Esther Generation at the same time, just because this is very fiction, and I'm usually not like a huge fiction person, although this is really good, but I wanted to like break it up in case I ever had like 2 points in the day to read. But anyway, I have like a little bit of time to read before I have to get ready, so I'm gonna quickly do that and enjoy my cappuccino. So after my coffee and reading, or during that, I saw that my meeting got canceled, so I just pushed it to tomorrow. And then my dad also texted me that he's in the area for like the next hour, so maybe we could meet up. I am a little hungry now though, so the other day I did make some soft-boiled eggs, so there are 2 left. They're so easy to make in a batch, like doesn't require much thinking, good to just have. So for moments like right now, I'm working, don't want to spend too much time cooking or preparing something, so I can just crack open one of those eggs, little salt and pepper, and then it's pretty filling. Each one is also like 6 grams of protein, so again, trying to really focus on getting more protein in, just because I feel like sometimes I'm lacking in that area. So just since I am a little hungry now, just gonna get a little bit of work done and then go have that. And then since I probably won't be hungry by the time I might see my dad, I think I'm just gonna have him meet me at Alana's, and then we can get a coffee and I can pick up more beans. So 2 birds, 1 stone. After my eggs, I might also just run to Trader Joe's just to grab some groceries for dinner. Egg time. Salt, a little bit of pepper, and now we feast. Let's see how these ones turned out. A little more on the medium boiled side, but it's okay. Because soft boiled's good when you like crack it and it's like on something and get a little runny. Medium boiled's nice, just eat on its own without making a mess. And now I'm just gonna run out to Trader Joe's really quickly to pick up some stuff for dinner. I'm feeling like ahi tuna, so should also get it early. That way it has time to defrost in the refrigerator, but I will be back. Picked up groceries, gonna again do some tuna steaks, which are defrosting in the refrigerator. Also with the side of shishito peppers, because I saw them and I was like, we haven't had those in so long. But we're also out of our gluten-free soy sauce, our tamari, and Trader Joe's doesn't have any. They only have coconut aminos, which we already have. Might still have to make a Whole Foods run in a little bit, but I can just do that later. I texted my dad and he is down to meet me at Alana's, which is great because now I can see my dad, get a coffee, because you get a free coffee when you buy a bag of beans, and get our bag of beans. And then maybe I'll stop by Whole Foods on my way back from there. That works out. I'm just gonna change because it's a bit chilly outside, so I'm gonna throw on a pullover and head out in a little bit. When I'm working, I have this habit of being like, oh, I'm hungry, I'll like eat in a minute, or I'll make food in a minute after I do this one thing. And then I really get into this one thing and I just like start like getting into a flow, and then I start doing other things, and then emails pop up, like things happen, and then all of a sudden it's like an hour later and I'm like, I never had food. So that being said, it's a little after 3 p.m. now, and I'm going to make myself a salad for lunch, because if I don't do it now, then all of a sudden dinner will come, and that would be like my only main meal of the day, plus 2 eggs, plus the coffee I had with my dad. And then I wonder why I don't get any protein in. It's because I genuinely forget to eat meals sometimes. So I'm going to do that. And I did also have coffee with my dad, met him at Alana's, and then on my way back, I was like, oh, I need to stop by Whole Foods to go get gluten-free soy sauce. Past the street that I was supposed to turn on to go to Whole Foods. So then I made a lot of left turns, which was really inconvenient. Got to Whole Foods, got the gluten-free soy sauce, 3:15, time to make lunch. So for lunch, I had one of my classic salads, but with a little twist. I've been switching it up a bit. So of course, arugula, my favorite leafy green, and I've been adding on microgreens. I bought them 2 weeks ago because I needed to go to Trader Joe's to get cash for acupuncture. So when I got to Trader Joe's, I was like, well, what should I buy? I don't like really need anything, but I need to be buying something. And I ended up just buying microgreens because they were like $2. Since I had bought the microgreens, I've just been adding it to my salads, and then Austin started to put them on the ham sandwiches that we usually make. So recently he went to Whole Foods and he got more microgreens. Of course, adding the flax to give it a bit more fiber because I love fiber. Using smoked salmon as my protein, a good serving of it. And then I've been just shaving some Parmesan on top. We had a Parmesan cube for something that we made, and now just like shaving it on top of things and adding it on salads. Like we've been really big on that. So we've been having like a Parmesan Parmesan cube in the refrigerator for various uses. And then of course some avocado, some healthy fats, make it nice and filling. Doing a little bit of lemon juice to give it that acidity. And then I've been topping it off with the new Brightland olive oil that I got this last go around, their basil one. It is so good. It has like a subtle basil-iness to it, so it's just amazing because basil flavor with that salad is just so good. Sometimes I'll like add basil to it, but the basil on the roof isn't doing too well already. So instead I've just been using the basil olive oil. Again, healthy fats. So good. I love Brightland. And now I'm back up to working. Austin came home from work early and he just left to go to the gym. And I'm gonna do some yoga here since I'm only going to the gym for 2 full body days. Right now it's almost 6 p.m. He'll probably be back around like 7 or 7:30, and this tuna does not take super long. So right now while I do yoga, I'm just gonna let it like soak in the soy sauce a little bit, gluten-free soy sauce, just to absorb all the nice flavor, let it just chill there. So dinner will be very fast. So once he says I'm on my way home is when I will start making it. But for now, I shall do yoga. Tuna doesn't take super long to make. It's really just like a few minutes each side, and the shishito peppers are super easy to do. So I threw the tuna on the cast iron skillet, again, about like 4 minutes each side. I probably could have like flipped it faster just because when I did cut into it, it was pretty like medium done, and I want like that rare tuna with just like the seared outside. Once again, overcooked the tuna steaks, but then I also just sauteed the shishito peppers. They can get like nice and blistered, get those little brown bits at the end, and then I just threw some of the gluten-free soy sauce on top of those. And then with the tuna, once it was done, I just cut it up into little bits and put it on the Cruciferous Crunch green mix from Trader Joe's. Love me some cruciferous vegetables. And then added some little sweet bell peppers that we had, some cucumber, chopped up some green onion on top, a little bit of lemon juice, a little bit of the Brightland balsamic vinegar as well, and then of course the Brightland olive oil. Also some little cherry tomatoes that I chopped up. So it wasn't the most well thought out salad. I also realized that I made this dinner like one of my recent what I eat in a day. So I haven't posted one in a pretty long time, but one of like the last few definitely has this dinner, and I think the last one that I made was much better just in terms of like the salad, and it felt more well thought out. This one I knew I was just gonna make it because it's something super easy. It's super cheap to just like buy those few ingredients from Trader Joe's. But in terms of the topping for the salad, I felt like it was kind of like half-assed. So definitely not my best, but still super good, super filling, especially getting the bigger pack of tuna. It was like the heaviest one that they had. So it was 3 smaller pieces, but I knew that it would provide enough food since Austin does love to eat, and I like to have a good bit of tuna too. And then a little bit after dinner, we got in some cozy clothes and we knew we wanted to watch a little TV, watch the next episode of Top Chef Houston. And we were like, you know what, we should get a little snack. We did go to Aeron, which I love, and he wanted to get one of their keto cheesecakes, and this one wasn't gluten-free, so I could not steal a nibble, but I did get a little pack of these coconut bliss ball things that are like strawberry and cream flavored, and they're so good. Everything I love in these little balls. They're so delicious. Had some of those while we watched Top Chef and then went off to bed. But that is what I ate in a day while working from home. Definitely nothing new, nothing too crazy, but just healthy, filling meals that are heavily focused on protein, and definitely trying to get my protein up and trying to cut out any unnecessary foods that could increase my cholesterol levels anymore. So just trying to keep an eye on that. Also trying to focus on eating foods that are filling me up and just keeping me at like a good, stable balance throughout the day in order to keep me feeling my best and also focused so I can work as well. There you have it. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what you like to eat in a day while working from home and what else you want to see here on my channel. And while you're there, be sure to subscribe. I upload a new video every Wednesday. So until the next one, thanks for watching.